We alive, baby.
We're alive, and look who's here with us.
Jon Huber, the legend. What is up, my man? How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see both of your faces this morning or afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever time it is.
You as
man.
well.
Rocking that yellow beanie, which I love, the Las Calaveras. What's the weather like up there in Nashville today?
The weather is crap. Are you allowed to cuss on this thing?
Yes.
Right now?
Absolutely.
Oh,
just
okay, good.
spit it out.
You can take your
filter,
shirt
no
off,
filter.
too. Well,
Right.
we're here to warm your soul with
looks like-
levity.
I'm already warm. My
It looks like
coddle's
Huber's
warm.
really put on the weight. He's in hibernation. So, Jon, listen,
Yes.
to everybody that is watching, from in my opinion, the best vice president, director of marketing in the history of the premium cigar category. And now you and Pops have been doing Crowned Heads. I think you just had your 10th anniversary, correct?
Yeah, we started shipping product November of 11, so it'll be 10 years.
And that was 4 kicks.
That was 4 kicks.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
I still have you in the promo video.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah,
Absolutely,
it
I
flew
do.
by, man.
But Johnny, when we look at a guy like Rocky, because at the time I was working for Rock, and you were, let's get into your history a little bit. You know, you were with Tim over at CAO, and
Yep.
I know that you and I had a personal conversation a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about Cuban Schmoobin, which is possibly one of my favorite, if not my favorite, marketing campaigns of all time in the category. I just loved it. It was everywhere. And now you with your own brand, the success that you're having with your own brand. But at the time, dude, we were all following that Rocky model, which was, let's make the cigar, let's get to the streets, let's sell the cigar, let's make another, let's get back out there. And he and Nish and Nim, they've done a great job, no doubt. But on
100%.
this path, you've taken a different journey here. The brand really stands on its own. It's less about Jon Huber, Mike Condor, and the camp.
Absolutely, 100%. When we started out, doing white sheets of paper, figuring out the whole roadmap of this thing back in February of 11. You know, it was always going to be more about the brand than the personalities behind the brand. I wanted to do something completely different. I wanted to create like an aspirational brand, as opposed to putting the focus and the spotlight on either Mike or myself.
Yeah. But I was
don't
just
wanna be on the
in
road
Texas,
like that.
and every retail store I went in there, you guys had great presence, and you have old school Brian McGee running around for you, and
Yes. And you got to tip the hat to the sales guys for that. I mean, they're the foot soldiers that get the brand placed where it needs to be placed and follows up on it. And it starts with great product. You got to have great product.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's no shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. You know.
Clay, Bill, Colin, and I, we say this all the time. Hey, by the way, let's not forget that we're in the cigar business, and it's all
Right.
about the cigar, right?
We go to the PCA in 2019, and we were launching La Coalición, with Drew Estate.
Of course.
And Mike says, "Is there anything else?" And I said, "You know what? I know it's 11th hour, but man, I really feel strongly about this cigar. Let's just take it to the show and see what happens," meaning Juarez. So we did. And we didn't even have any point of sales on it. We had no marketing collateral. We just had some samples from boxes. And I told the guys, hand it to a customer, have them smoke it, tell them the price point, and see if you can write an order. And that's how we launched Juarez. So we took it back into our own, distribution, and we launched it, and it's become a hitter for us ever since. And and the rest is history.
I love the band on this.
It's awesome,
Yeah,
right?
it's awesome.
Yeah.
And
It's
you
very
see,
cool.
The necklace that John is rocking right now is for one of his other brands, Mil Diaz, which I think is totally sold out. It was like gangbusters. I know that our own one Patrick Vivolo is smoking through a shitload of that, and he's a super fan.
I look at myself more as like a creative director or a producer in the studio of music, right? And what's interesting and challenging to me is you can produce with an artist over and over and over and make records. But what's more challenging and more interesting is producing different artists, working with different factories and producing hit records, right? So that's kind of the way I look at it. I look at it like I'm more like the producer, not the artist. The artist is Pichardo, Ernesto, Jaime, those, Willie Herrera, those are the artists. And I'm just kind of the creative director behind the scenes going, okay, let's fade this out, let's push this up, let's, this, and then, okay, I'm going to come up with the title of the album. That's what I do.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Why do you got to make
and
it all so sexy, Huber?
I know.
I don't. so going back to my previous life at CAO, it was like the way I looked at it in retrospect is like we came up with one original idea every 3 years and then repeated variations on that theme. For instance, CAO Brasilia, CAO America, CAO Italia.
Yeah.
3 years later, CAO Maduro, CAO Cameroon, CAO Extreme. And so on. But what I wanted to do from the get-go with Mike, I said, listen, I want to make it like Crowned Heads is the band, okay? And then I want to have the creative latitude to create different albums by that band. And it's worked to that point. And then we find out, 6, 7, 8 years into the game, it's like people are going, oh yeah, I love Four Kicks. I didn't know you guys did this thing called Jericho Hill too. So now we're trying to figure out how do we bring it all into the family and say, okay, this is all Crowned Heads' portfolio.
When you're talking to these people who are going to be watching this on December 30th, what do they need to know about Crowned Heads? What's that message that you want to send out to the world about what it is that you guys are doing and what Crowned Heads is all about?
I wanted Crowned Heads to be an aspirational brand. And by that, I mean I wanted people to aspire to this idea that here's two guys in Nashville, Tennessee that are starting a premium cigar company that can actually make it go for a 10-year stretch, what have you. And then I want that person to go, shit, why am I not chasing my dream? Why am I not doing my thing? Why am I not creating my own line of insert product here? Why am I not doing what I really want to do with my life? So it was always to be more of an inspirational thing. I got guys in Germany tattooing it on their knuckles, CYOP, which that really makes me feel better than a 92 rating in Aficionado.
Of course.
Just to know that message translated around the world to somebody that they got it and they're doing their thing now. Just be what you came here for, and that's what life is about. It's about figuring out why are you here? What is your purpose? What did you come here for? Maybe you want to be an accountant. Maybe you want to be a lawyer. Maybe that's what's in your heart. But don't listen to anybody else. Just be what you came here for and do what is in your heart, what you want to do.
Greatest message I've heard in a decade.
I mean, just deep.
This is from Russell at Top Shelf Cigar in Augusta, Georgia. I love the Juarez. Have you ever been to Juarez?
It's a simple question. No.
Well, happy holidays. We love you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Really
Thank
hoping
you
can
guys.
join us on the 30th. I will call you and we will catch up sooner than later.
Call me or email me. I'll be happy to jump on the 30th. I'll be home, but
Sweet.
We'll get together and do it again.
See you on the 30th.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
Johnny. Thanks, bro.
Cheers.
Bye-bye now.
All
Thanks, man.
Adios. Bye-bye.